Woo! Y'all, baby, episode 8 was firing on all cylinders. This episode was it was melancholy, it was kind of sad, but it was also very juicy. And baby, we was getting into it, and I'm so sad, y'all, because we only got like 2 more episodes left, and we're coming to an end, and it's just starting to heat up. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into the review. Alright. Without further ado, let's get into the review. Anyway, all right, here we go. So then you get teenage Jax, baby. She riding a skateboard through the mean green cities of Compton, LA, baby, going home. And after she gets home, she had to show how she had to catch the bus, ride the skateboard down the street, round the corner, through a gate, under a bridge, all this kind of stuff. She get home, and girl, her and young Paul and young Jack's mama, they is having them dinner, baby. Well, they having dinner, and they get done finishing dinner, and they washing dishes. As they're washing dishes, you can tell that Paul has been drinking, and I guess Jax wanted to go to see one of her friends, so she asked her mom, can you drop me off to my friend's house, whatever. Her mom was like, girl, that girl rich, she can come get you. So Jax was like, she ain't gonna come get me, whatever. Here come Paul, nasty ass, volunteering. I'll take her. Okay, so y'all, this is my first side. I was side-eyeing Jack's mama, but this is my first side-eye. Because when he said he'd take it, she's like, okay. So Jack's like, say, okay, yay, thank you, Paul. She go get her little stuff together. While she gone, Jack's mama gonna look at Paul talking about something. Wait, she said, hold on. Are you sure you can drive? Because he been drinking. So, one, you okay with... You going to ask him, is he sure he can drive? Are you sure you're okay with letting him drive your child? Because if he been drinking, you don't let him answer that. He's not thinking correctly, baby. He's already under the influence. He's already impaired. So, you, as a grown woman, should say, no, I got it. I'll take her. You've been drinking. You say it. Don't ask him, is he okay? He going to say yes. Then, on top of that, like... It's late at night. This ain't this man real daughter. I don't care if he is or not. He ain't her real daughter. He been drinking. And he's volunteering to take her. No, ma'am. No, and she's a teenager with a blossoming teenager, if you know what I mean. And he been drinking. And you gonna say, is he okay to drive? He's not. If you gotta ask him that, he's not. So he pours the drink down the sink. Was like, yeah, I'm okay. So y'all, Jax get in the car, whatever. He drop her off. He gonna tell her, I plan on getting you a car, so you won't have to go through this. So, of course, she's excited. She's a teenager. She don't see nothing but, she don't see nothing wrong with that. That's her stepdad. He finna get her a car, so she gave him a hug. Y'all, when she came from the hug, he grazed across her breast. Now, she's a teenager, y'all. So, she knew. Like, she was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? She didn't react right then, but kind of like a subtle reaction. He didn't react at all. Show her, and she just like, like she feeling like uneasy, like what just happened? She's like a teenager, that's her stepdad, and he just grazed her breast and didn't even like say like, I'm sorry, or I'm sorry, that was, whoa, totally nothing. So that was incident number 1. You're gonna see throughout the incident, Jack's gonna be having flashbacks about Paul and all his unfortunate mishaps, because he definitely was a SA. He was definitely SA-ing her, like, So that was the first incident. All right, the next scene we get to, they show she wake up from that she was having a flashback at that moment. When she was having that flashback, she was already at the hospital. So she at the hospital visiting Paul. It's Paul there in the bed looking half dead, Jack's mama and Lou. So Lou sit over there holding his mama. Jack standing up looking at Paul like in disgust because she having that flashback about the titty graze or whatever. And girl, she was like, I'm finna get to go. So y'all, Lou still salty about what he done saw. Now, mind you, at this point, y'all know somebody say, mind you, the story getting good. Mind you, at this point, Jax has no clue that Lou knows about her and her sneaky link. So he was like, oh, you was on the phone the whole time you was here. Now you finna get to go? And she was like, yeah. So the mama, she knows. She remembers. She know not to push Jax too far with this whole Paul situation. She's like, it's okay. Let her go. And then Lou's like, I'll just be here with you. Baby Jax don't care. She's like, I'm out. Bye. Deuces. We got Braden he having a board meeting, child. Braden having a board meeting about the company because Braden wants to go on an interview to speak about the company because everybody talking about what's going on. Everybody know Braden, the CEO of, what was it? Some kind of liquor. Clout Liquor. That's the name of the company. The CEO of Clout Liquor is on trial for murder, baby. Murdering one of his employees. So everybody talking. So they need to have an interview so they can kind of put some stories to rest. Let them know that the company is good. In the board meeting, the little white lady, she tell him it's a good time to sell. Braden like, baby, I don't even know if I want to sell at this point. I want my business. I don't want to sell. Y'all, So they was like, okay, it's not a good time for you to go and speak because you're on trial for murder. So maybe you should let Theo, which is the COO, that's the little white counterpart that Braden opened the company with. But Braden is the CEO, Theo is the COO. That's the man that's trying to take, supposed to be Braden's friend, but he trying to take the company from Braden. So that was like, you need to let Theo speak. Braden, even though he can kind of sense something going on, he agrees to let Theo speak. Baby, I don't know why he did that. Child, they showed Theo on the interview on the television. Braden and his wife sitting there watching it. He telling me something. He ain't coming. It's finna come on. Braden, Sarah telling me something. Okay, like I don't give a damn. So they watching it, whatever. Child, why the fuck Theo ass done got up there and named himself CEO, temporary CEO of the company while Braden going through this. He dry snitched on Braden, saying that they asked him, "Do you think Braden committed the murder?" Child, he telling me, "You'll never know what somebody will do." That's his friend that he went to college with. They've been friends for over 20 years. He done named himself temporary CEO and threw the boy under the bus. Brady, tell me, what the hell just happened? Girl, Sarah said, that's him, baby, naming himself CEO of your company. That's him taking your company on national television. I said, well, damn, Brady, that had to hurt. Child, so then, Damon brother, they showed Damon at work, child, talking to Jax about her stepdaddy. And then his brother coming there, acting like a scorned lover. Talking about some, you called that on work. You didn't come to work because of this bitch. Yo, he called Jax the B word. I'm trying to figure out why is Damon brother so upset by him talking to Jax? Do he know Jax? He got history. What is the problem, baby? Because he's very angry in his chest about Jax. So Damon was like, baby, you ain't gotta call her all that now. You ain't gotta call her that. You don't gotta call her that. That's a little extreme. He was like, I'm sorry about missing work and what happened again, but don't stay on the B word by my girl, because that's, I love her. So, girl, I really want to know what the story is with Damon brother and Jax, because he is just unwarrantedly upset. He's periodically upset, and I don't understand why. Okay, so that's that. Jax meet up with her team, baby, and side note, Jax was everybody she cross-examined this episode. She ate me, spit him up and shoot him out. She was lighting everybody up. She had to cross-examine Sarah. She had to cross-examine Theo. And baby, at the end of it, it ended up being 3 suspects of the murder. It ended up being Sarah, Theo, and Braden. They all suspects at this point. Because, baby, the way Jax did that, let's go ahead and get into it since we talking about it. Okay. All right. So, okay. Because of the thing that happened with Theo, like him trying to take Braden company and announcing that he the man with the plan or whatever, he the CEO. Braden got mad and went to Jax, was like, I want to be cross-examined. I want to get on the stand and speak for myself. Jax was like, not a good idea. They're going to eat you up and spit you out. Like, whatever. Braden don't want to hear, oh, no, I can handle myself. I can do this because I'm innocent. Okay. So then Jax was like, let's do a mock-up, like a mock, cross-examination. Baby, by the time she got done with Braden, baby, Braden wanted to ball up like a baby in the fetal position and cry. Jax, she said, you're not ready for this. I told you. No. You do not need to be cross-examined. They're gonna tear your ass up. You will be going to prison if you get up there on that stand. So they end up cross-examining Sarah, Braden's wife. Child. Jax pretty much accused her of the murder. Baby, it got so bad that when they went to that damn courthouse after that cross-examination, Sarah was mad at Jax. She was mad at Braden. She wanted to divorce Braden. She wanted to fire Jax, baby. She was like, I didn't know you was gonna accuse me, pretty much. Jax was like, baby, whatever I gotta do to get my client off. You was the one at home with no alibi. But y'all, I don't think. I was thinking last week I was thinking it was Sarah, but now I don't. Y'all, this was giving Scandal 5.0, okay? Because it's going all kinds of ways. At this point, it could be anybody that killed this Kalisha lady, baby. Anybody. And then also, Jax, so let's go ahead and talk about Theo when she cross-examined Theo. She cross-examined him, and again, Theo, the man that's trying to take Braden's company. Come to find out, Kalisha knew about him embezzling funds from the company. And she was like, you could have killed Kalisha because she knew about you embezzling funds, baby. And you didn't want, you didn't want her to tell. So pretty much you killed 2 birds with 1 stone. You got rid of Kalisha, and then you also finna get rid of the CEO of the company so you can take it over and it can be your company. And you have all the motive. It's looking like Theo could be a suspect, baby. Okay, on one of the meetups when what's her name? Jax met up with her team, whatever, and she was telling them they need to get. She thinks Theo might have, he might be kind of dirty, so they need to get some information on him. So Rich, the little white guy that works up under Jax or whatever, like, I can get, I can get his DNA. So Jax was surprised, like, oh, I thought you was like his Ace Boon Coon. Baby Rich said, oh, he's not to be trusted. If he could turn on his friend of 20 years, baby, I am nothing to him. So he ends up later on in the episode meeting up with Theo. Rich meets up with Theo at a bar, talking to him, acting like they, having drinks or whatever. And anyway, by the time when Theo left or whatever, Rich used the glass that he was holding and he got his fingerprints off. So remember, there was a fingerprint at the scene that's unidentified. They're trying to figure out if it's Theo's. Okay, so as the plot is thickening on the case, Jax takes the kids to visit Paul. When she's taking to visit Paul, she have another flashback of when Paul had walked in on her when she was younger and she was in the shower. And y'all, Paul walked in, she getting like, oh gosh, Paul, she's jumping. Oh girl, ain't nobody trying to look at you. Again drunk. I don't know if he really drunk or if he's acting like he has a drinking problem so he can blame what he is doing on his drinking, which he is going to do. So now I'm trying to feel like it was all like a plan, like, you know what I'm saying? So that was another flashback. When she has a flashback, she snaps out of it, and that's when she realizes that Paul had grabbed her daughter's hand, because her daughter was standing on the bed next to Paul, and Paul had grabbed her daughter's hand, and she was like, oh, we gotta go. So she grabs the kids and she leaves. Okay, child, then we see crazy Damon, child. He shows his true colors, baby. Y'all been saying that Damon is bad news and he ain't good and he crazy, and I was so wrapped up in how he looked, baby. I was missing the crazy, but now I got it. I got the crazy, baby. So Jax is over there with him at his job. They having like they eating, talking or whatever, and she get a phone call. So she's like, let me go take this phone call. She go outside, she on the phone. It's Lou, Damon on the inside. So he's sitting there, he mad, y'all. He mad, she on the phone. So she walk back in. Y'all, how about he gonna say, I'm about to get tired of you and all these N-words. So she was like, what? She was like, that was Lou. And she was like, it's about my kids or whatever. And he was like, okay, well, let me go with you. So she was like, no, like, boy. Y'all, so he go his manipulating self again, trying to say, oh, I guess I'm not good enough. No, it's not that you're not good enough, baby. She already told you, this is what it is. This is what we are. We are nothing more than casual sex and laughs and chuckles and a good little meal every now and again. You blow my back in. We have lunch, we have dinner, we laugh, we keep it light. I go home to my life, to deal with my life. You are a mental vacation for me. So quit trying to be manipulative. Every time something don't go your way or she don't do what you want her to do, you say, I'm not good enough. And to be honest, no, you're not. You can't offer me anything. Since you want to go there and keep on saying that, to aggravating ass. So she walked away. She was like, listen, he was like, if you want to end this now, let's just end this now. She said, baby, the last man that gave me an ultimatum, he's not with me anymore. Is that what you want to be? So girl, she walked out. Fuck that. Damon, grow up. It's turning me off. And I don't like it. Jax and Lou done both left the children at school. His head so messed up by her and this man. Her head messed up by her and the man. And everything else was going on with Paul and all that. They didn't let the children, child. So they both get to the school. They was like, I'm sorry, apologizing to the kids. Child, that grown ass son, girl, he be feeling himself a little too much for me. And somebody need to check him. So girl, he gonna tell me something. Gonna tell the little daughter, his sister, to go wait in the car. And gonna try to check the parents. I'm okay, so what's y'all punishment for forgetting your children? They checked, they was like, sir, and baby, go get in the car, cause don't play with me. Watch your mouth. So he go get in the car. Y'all, this is when Lou tell her, baby, that he is he filed for divorce, because she was like, oh my god, like this is so bad. She tried to grab on his chest. He was like, put her hand down. She was like, oh. He was like, I filed for divorce. And she was like, oh, that's when she said, girl, I almost passed out. And she told him at the end of the episode too, girl, when he said it. She's like, when you said that, I almost passed out. And she did. He said, I'm gonna file for divorce. She was like, excuse me? Like, where is this coming from? So girl, he tell her, I seen you and your little boo. And she was like, she admitted to it. She was like, that's not, it ain't nothing. Like, it ain't nothing. So he was like, well, I'm done. And so she was like, no, I want to be with you, whatever. And y'all, Lou, he not done. He not done, because he pretty much told her, like, you need to get your shit together. She's like, I'm gonna get it together. And he was like, you need to get yourself together. If he was done, he would have never said that. So that gave me hope. He's not done. He was hurt, rightfully so, because he saw her with another man. Like, she would be distraught and in shambles if she's seeing him with another woman. So I do understand him being hurt. I just don't like the fact that you leave me and expect me to, I don't know, like, I guess gravel at your feet, or you leave me to try to prove a point or teach me a lesson about putting you first, and then you get mad when I move on. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? And she really didn't move on, but like, she didn't do what he wanted her to do. He wanted her to be like, oh my God, my husband left me. Let me get my shit together so he can come back. And she didn't do that. And she was like, okay, well, nigga, fuck you. And now you mad. You know what I'm saying? So I see both sides. I see hers and his. So he left, and she's like, no, she said, I'm gonna cut it off. It's nothing. Like, he means nothing to me. I want my family. Like, I want you, baby. He sounded like how she sounded last episode. I said, wow, how those tables have turned. Okay, so remember I told y'all that Jax had cross-examined Sarah and pretty much blamed it on Sarah. Sarah and Braden end up getting into an argument. So Jax goes to check on him to make sure, check the temperature to make sure that he's okay. He been drinking. Yeah. He make a pass at her. He makes a pass at Jax. Braden makes a pass at his attorney. And y'all, that brought up the last flashback of the episode. And it's the flashback that pretty much like broke the camel's back with Paul. So Jax was in bed. This is back to teenage Jax. She's in bed. And Paul, it was so disgusting, y'all. Paul came and climbed in the bed behind her and like was rubbing on her, telling her she feels good. And she was like, Paul. And then he got out of the bed talking about he thought it was the mom. So poor Jax, she was so distraught. Yeah, she was crying. She told her mom. Her mom ended up kicking, Paul out or whatever. But that scene, like, it was so gross, y'all. And so that when Braden had like rubbed on her and was kissing on her, whatever, tried to kiss her, it brought back that flashback. And we see how it ended with like Paul and the mom, which obviously it didn't end forever because they ended up getting back together because in current time, her and Paul are together and they're both old. So I don't know how long the separation lasted, but she kicked him out of the house. The mom did kick him out of the house, but it's like, I don't know. I feel like the mom missed so many signs and there were so many things. I don't know if Jax was telling her mom all those things because we never saw Jax tell about the breasts or the butt when he touched her butt. We never saw any of that. So, but we did see her tell about, me getting in the bed with her. So, and she was pretty much blaming everything on him drinking. So the next scene, y'all, was the juiciest scene. I was looking at this scene like my mouth was open, like. So Will calls Jax and she answers. She's like, "What's going on?" Whatever. He's like, I've been calling you, trying to reach you, whatever. I'm trying to I need to come see you. I need to talk to you. I've been calling and texting you. She was like, so she looked at her phone, but his name man ain't see nothing. She didn't put it together that Damon had blocked him or whatever, because Damon had blocked him on the last episode when he called. So she said, "Okay, come over." When he first walked in, she was like, 911 is on speed dial and there's cameras in this house. So he was like, oh, cameras in the house. It makes sense. And she's like, what you mean? So he was like, ever since I left your house, ever since we did our little do or whatever, I've been getting fired from every job. You know what I'm saying? So I think your husband like seeing us and he's been calling get me fired. So he was like, I need a reference. I need a reference so I can get a job. Like, I can't get no job. So she's like, I'm sorry. I got you. As she walking him out the house, y'all, she opened the door. Guess who at the door? Stalking ass Damon. Y'all, Damon at the door. So, girl, he done walked in. He's like, who is this? Walked in the house and beat Will ass, y'all. He done beat Will ass. Beat Will ass. Yeah, he beat Will ass. And Jax was like, no. She was screaming the whole time, stop it. Oh, I was scared. I thought he was finna hit her, baby. So she was like, get out. So he ended up leaving, baby. And y'all, Will said, I don't want nothing else to do with you. Ever since I met you, baby, it's been downhill. It's like, poor thing can't keep a job. He done got beat up by a stranger. So, girl, she didn't even care about that. She closed the door and she was like, he was distraught, like, what the fuck is going on with Damon, baby? What I done did? I said, but, Jax, what you got down there? Baby, Jax got gold down there, baby. She got these mans. That's why I said Jax and her mans, baby. She got these mans losing it, baby. Lou out here having revenge sex with thirsty Tony. Damon beating people up. Braden trying to come on to it. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing because she never slept with Braden. Braden just nasty and hiding something. Mm-hmm. So y'all, the last scene. Last scene, baby. Jax go on ahead and make her way on down to the hospital to see Paul. Baby, and she gonna confront Paul. She said, baby Paul, you know what? You don't ever think about what you did to me when I was a teenager? He's old, decrepit ass go in the bed. No, I was told to put stuff like that behind you. She said, must be nice. Because I can't. Here I am in my 30s with children and a family and babies, and it's affecting my whole life. Oh, I missed the whole scene where Jax met with her friend Chanel, and her friend Chanel know about Paul. That's the only person in her life that know about Paul, and her mama, of course. But Chanel might know more than the mom, and Jax's husband don't know nothing. And she was crying to Chanel. Chanel was being a good friend to her, and they started talking some kind of way. The conversation evolved and ended up talking about Lou. And because Jax had told her, I'm seeing this guy or whatever, and Lewis is threatening divorce. So she said that Chanel was like, oh my god, like I had just told him like that he, I see how he making you happy. And girl, y'all, Jax blew up at her friend and told her friend like, stay out of my marriage, stay out of my. But you was just telling this girl how much you love her and thank you for being a friend. The girl ain't never told nobody nothing, not even her husband, about Jax and Paul. And girl, Chanel ran her down. She said, baby, no. If I want to be treated like this, I could have stayed home with that man that be treating me like crap. You're not gonna treat me like crap because you are going through so much trauma that you're gonna end up ruining every relationship in your life if you don't get that shit figured out. But what I'm not gonna allow you to do is sit here and talk to me like I'm a piece of trash. Goodbye. So anyway, that was that. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell y'all that earlier. Back to Jax and Paul. So she was like, well, good thing you can move past it, baby, because I can't move past it. And he was like, I'm sorry. And she was like, no, you're not. She was like, you're only sorry you got caught. She was like, I feel like you were grooming me from the beginning. And y'all, I believe it. I believe that he was grooming her, and just to see how he was taking it further and further. First it was the boobs, then it was the butt, then he was the bed, the shower. He walked in on her in the shower, then it was in the bed with her. Like he was trying to see how far he could take it, taking it little steps by little steps until he was able to get in there. But she didn't let it go that far, thank God. And he tried to buy her with a car. Like he tried to, I'm gonna get you a car. Then they show after the whole incident with the bed and the bed thing happened, he had sent her $1,000, but she had like ripped it up. I guess, and that was for the car, because back then, obviously she could have got a car for $1,000. She ripped it up. So he was just trying to, he was grooming her, and she realized it. And y'all, as she is confronting him, he is like I feel like he's having a heart attack. And so he was like, Jax, like, he's trying to reach for the little buzz of nurse, and she was like, she was just, let me finish this or whatever. He having a hard time breathing, holding his chest. So after she got done, she threw in the buzzer and said, call for help. Y'all, it was too late. It was too late. Baby, he was dying. He was gone. So as she walking to the hospital, she thinking about how, you know what? She went back to see Damon after the whole incident. He apologized and telling her he's sorry, it's not his fault, he just loved her so much. And she's having flashbacks at the same time of when she was with her mom after the whole incident, when her mom had kicked Paul out, and her mom was crying, saying like, oh, blaming his problems on the alcohol. I told him to quit drinking. And Jax had to be strong and tell her, it's okay, I'm here for you. I'm here. Even though she was the one hurt, she had to be strong and be there for her mom. And then the same thing with Damon. He was crying on her shoulder, telling her he's sorry. He didn't know what came over him. It's not his fault. And she said, it's okay, I'm here. No, you're not. No, you're not. You need to drop that and get with your family. Get with your husband. She also called her husband in the episode. I forgot to mention this as well. And was trying to talk to him, saying, I want you to come over so we can talk. And he told her, I need time. And she respected it, because she just told him last week that she needed time. And so he respected it. That's why I feel like they're not over. They're going to be okay. But she told her husband at the same time, like, it's over between that guy. Like, I'm not. But now you're telling Damon, as he's crying on your shoulder after he done came in your house and beat the shit out of this man, as he been following you, you want to tell him, I'm here for you. Why? So y'all, as she's running out of the hospital, she has an epiphany. She called Rich and she say, Rich, I know who killed Kalisha. Y'all, I think it was Braden. I think she realized, just as Paul was grooming her, Braden has been grooming her for her to believe that he's innocent when the whole time he did it. Because I watched the previews, y'all, and in the previews, it shows her talking to Brayden saying, like, you ain't have to lie to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how long you was going to hold this? So I think that she realized Brayden has been lying to her, setting these little traps, you know what I'm saying? Setting these little things in her head to make her believe that he is innocent, and the whole time he is the one who killed her. So we'll see. But that was it. That was my review for episode 8. Drop down in the comments so we can talk, discuss, get a little kiki. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you guys next week for episode 9. Bye.